Of the protest is towards the Sochi Winter Olympics, which activists hope will be moved elsewhere. But some statements have been raising more than a few eyebrows. For example, renowned actor Stephen Fry compared President Putin to Hitler and how he treated minorities. The Olympic Committee stepped in, saying sport should be available to all, and the new law will not affect those attending the Games. British journalist Neil Clark believes the reason for criticism lies beyond gay rights.
In Nazi Germany, homosexuals really were discriminated against. They were put into concentration camps and killed in large numbers. And of course, this is not happening in Russia today. If it was, I'd be the first person saying we've got to boycott Russia altogether. It's not happening. What's happened in Russia is we've got a new law which bans the promotion of homosexuality to under 18s. Now, I'm not saying I support that law. I oppose all anti-gay laws wherever they're passed in the world. But why is Stephen Fry focusing on Russia? There are about 80 countries in the world.
Faithless. It was during Ramadan. They opened fire on villagers. People came onto the streets, men, women, and children. They fired at everyone who came in their way. They captured many young men and began to cut them with knives. We told them that we were Muslims too, but they said that they would continue to kill us. They also said that Allah granted them all our money, our property, our women. Then they began to murder everyone around them. My nephew was killed.
When civilians escaped, they are shot. Militias raided their houses, blew up some of them, and robbed others. The conditions are very bad. People are in fear and terrorized. The Al-Nusra fighters are out of control. They are raiding the streets. There's no media coverage, and anyone who tries to reach out is being kidnapped by the militants.
The Kurds themselves say that the attacks are being carried out by Islamist fighters that are linked to Al-Qaeda. You have as one of these groups the Al-Nusra Front, and this is an organization that is pledged to establish an Islamist state in northern Syria. This is precisely the area where these Kurds are living. So this is why, although for some time you've had the Kurds on the periphery of the conflict, increasingly we're seeing them in the line of fire.
So the rioting that took place was deliberate, it was orchestrated, and the people who orchestrated it need to come out and talk about it.
In the mountains 145 kilometers east of Los Angeles, more than 2,000 firefighters are struggling to gain the upper hand against a massive wildfire. Digging fire breaks, dropping water and fire-retardant chemicals from the air. Whipping winds and parched ground have made this a quick-moving fire. Since Wednesday, 77 square kilometers have been scorched, 26 homes destroyed.
How many homes on your street?
About 9. 9 on my side of the street.
And how many of those burned?
About 5 or 6.
Dave Matthews has lived in the area for 10 years. It took just 10 minutes for his house to go up in flames.
The house across from me, right next door to me, that was 40 years.
This has already been an exceptionally destructive fire season throughout the U.S. Western region, with major blazes in the states of Arizona and Colorado, as well as California. But progress is being made against this fire. It is now 47% contained, some evacuation orders have been lifted, and the forecast is for lower winds by midweek.